So we're 3 weeks into January, and I'm genuinely wondering how you are. And not like, have you been good? Have you stuck to your resolutions? Just how are you? How are you doing? And I'm asking because I remember what January used to feel like for me, a mix of dread, exhaustion, because I always felt like I was starting again, and some kind of hope that maybe this time would be different, mixed with the suspicion that it probably wouldn't be. And this month I've been writing a lot about something that you might recognize, but perhaps don't talk about a huge amount, the kind of knowing what to do, but not really feeling like you can do it, or doing it feels like a real challenge and there's a lot of stop-start. And a lot of the replies that I've had have been, okay, yeah, I thought that was just something that I struggled with. Everyone else kind of had themselves together. Or, I've spent a lot of time in therapy about food, but I still can't get through the day without thinking about it all the time. And that last one actually comes up quite a lot, the constant thinking, the food noise, the mental bandwidth that food takes up. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. And you probably don't want to be obsessed. You're not someone who actually wants to count calories every single day, every single meal, weigh all your portions, but also it feels like letting go of that is super scary. So yeah, getting food to be a non-issue would be lovely if it didn't take up so much space in your head. And I think something I really want to touch on is something that I didn't really consider or really appreciate for quite a long time. And that's how much food noise actually costs you. We don't think about that. Not just, we say like headspace is taking up so much headspace, but when we really kind of break that down, we're thinking about, being in a meeting. This has definitely happened to me, being in a meeting and your brain is actually calculating, what you had for breakfast this morning, what you can have later on. It costs you your enjoyment of what you're actually eating at the time. If you're out for dinner with friends, you're focused on the maths of it all. Holidays, clients have told me as well, holidays can be a real problem because you're panicking in advance, panicking afterwards. Even birthdays, birthday cake feels like a huge drama rather than a big privilege and something just beautiful and exciting to have. Like a joyful gift from someone who spent hours making it for you. And it can take its toll, yes, at work, in relationships, but in life, in hobbies, in everything. Even if paddleboarding is your thing, you might be overthinking the snacks that you take with you that day. And rather than the focus being on the joy of being outside and on the water, it's the fear and the worry and the calculations going on in your head. And it costs minutes, hours, weeks, months, years of life, depending on how long it goes on for. And, we often end up thinking like, okay, it's another January, this time it's going to be different. And then 12 months later, we're there feeling the exact same feelings that we had last January. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad either, because I've been there. I know how easy it is to just keep going, just keep coping, just keep pushing through, even telling yourself what I told myself, which is it's actually not that bad. Like, yes, it's draining me, but from time to time, it's not that bad. So it's probably okay. And it's a lot. So tomorrow I am running a free workshop and it's called Why You Can't Stop Thinking About Food. It's Wednesday, 7 p.m, 1 hour, and it's live. And we're going to talk about why your brain is so loud and chatty and focused on food, what's actually driving it, why, just eat intuitively or just do another diet plan doesn't really work, and particularly doesn't work long term, and why midlife can make that feel a bit more complicated, a bit more challenging and frustrating, but importantly, giving you a step that you can take away and use right away to actually get your headspace back. So if you've recognized yourself or your sticking points in anything that we've talked about today, or throughout January so far, the link is in the comments. Come along. I would love to see you there. And yeah, we will talk very soon, hopefully tomorrow.